Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Today I'm excited because we're bringing you a pretty good matchup today. Blood Drunk versus Drunken Dwarf. So, to the left over there is me with Blood Drunk, and then my brother to the right here is Danny, and he is running Drunken Dwarf. So, we're just shuffling our decks right here, shaky camera, so hopefully that doesn't continue in the video. Sorry about that. But I wanted to get out more of these gameplay videos for you guys because these are more fun to watch than just, talking about the cards and stuff, which I always love doing. All right, right here we're rolling. See who goes first. And I believe I'm going to show you our hands. So both of our decks are running Pirate Faction. Mine just has goblins instead of dwarves because that's what he has. There's that for you. He's got a pretty expensive hand already right off the bat. I don't know if that will help him in this game or not. Again, sorry for the shaky camera. I know it's just slightly shaking. It's going to drive me crazy. But this is the best I could do with my current camera setup. So right there, first play, I'm going to cast a Solo Drunken Sailor and deal 2 damage to him. Of course, when you cast a Solo Drunken Sailor, you take 2 health as well. He's going to cast a Mystic Dwarf. Not bad at all right there. It's a pretty useful creature when you want to get bigger dudes out quick, because you can sacrifice him and he counts as a crystal. I'm going to pick up a Forbidden Spell and my crystal. I'm going to cast a Goblin Warrior, which deals a damage instantly to my opponent. And then I'm going to attack for 2 more with Solo Drunken Sailor. And then I'm going to cast my leader. We got Captain Blackbeard, which this start for me is very good. Even though I had to play, I think, 9 health for the leader. Totally worth it. In the grand scheme of things, because of the fact that I can tap him to draw a card whenever I want, on my turn of course, and he's just very versatile. I can defend with him, and he has a bunch of different features. So he's going to play a Solo Drunken Sailor right there. It's going to cost him 2 health. He's thinking about what he's going to do, and he's going to leave both of his guys up, so basically means that there's going to be some bloodshed now, because I'm going to take someone out. I'm going to pick up my crystal, pick up a card as well. So right here, I don't really have anything to play, so I'm just going to take out some of his cards. I'm going to tap Blackbeard to get a Goblin Warrior out on the battlefield. So that actually helped me right there. And I'm thinking what I want to do here. I'm assuming I'm just going to have to kill both of them. So that's what I'm going to have to do, and they're all going to kill each other. So I'm basically going to be the only one with a creature left, and that is Goblin Warrior, and he's going to take an extra damage for bleed with the Solo Drunken Sailor right there. So my board state isn't great right now, but it is only turn 3, so we'll be okay. But what Blood Drunk really loves to do is just spam the battlefield with a bunch of little effective creatures, and it's very good. Shout out to Watchman of the End. Of course, I'll shout you out for that. His deck idea, of course. But it is honestly just a very fun deck to play with, but not very fun to play against. In set 2, there is going to be a card that may negate this deck a little bit, so that's good for balancing. But for right now, it might be the best deck that I've played with, so that's pretty impressive. He's going to hold off right here. So I kind of need to ramp up right here and get some creatures out. I'm going to pick up a passive Ship Boy, so that's cool. Pick up another crystal. By the way, those crystals on the left, as you can see, they're different. I don't know if you've seen those before. Probably have from one of my showcase videos, but if you haven't, that's the new Chaos Crystal, guys. For set 2 as I attack for 1 damage right here. They're not necessary to play the game. They are just a new look to the Chaos Crystal. And once set 1 rotates out, I don't think I'm actually going to have any of the crystals rotate out of current standard. So, I don't know. They're just cooler to have, much nicer, I think, looking. So, I prefer them. So if you do want to get your hands on those, I will have those up soon, because set 2 is almost done, guys. Almost done. Only have a few more cards to do. And I just got to do the boxes and set up the shops on the Game Crafter and, technical stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. So after a long contemplation by Danny, he's going to do nothing and then pass the turn to me. So that works out. Pick up a Civil Centaur and another crystal, actually 2 this time because round 5 has ended. So after round 5, you actually pick up 2 crystals per turn instead of 1. So it's going to ramp up the gameplay for sure. We're going to throw out a Goblin Ambush, which is going to force him, as I draw a card with Captain Blackbeard right there, it's going to force him to either take 2 damage or 4 damage or discard 2 cards. and then I'm going to attack him for 1 as well. And he decides to take the 4 health, meaning he probably has some nice things in his hand that he does not want to get rid of. So it's going to be his turn. And you can't really see the crystals on camera here because of my setup. I'm sorry. But he does have 5, I believe. Let's see what he's going to do with that. And he's going to cast a Dwarf Boar Warrior. One of the best cards that I've played with for sure. Just so solid. 6 attack, 4 defense. Or it can't be targeted by ability cards because it is idle. And then if you hit it for 1,000,000 damage, anything over 4 will not deal any damage to you because it has obstruct. So that is also very useful. Only problem that he has right now with casting that is the fact that I have something that can kill it if I leave it on defense here. So I'm going to tap Captain Blackbeard, get another passive ship boy. Probably could have played those gems earlier and would have been gaining a good amount of health here, but I'd rather just cast more things, like another Goblin Ambush right here, which is bad news for him. This deck is just very quick, and while he has 1 creature out, I now have 3, and I have 1 that can actually kill his, so right here I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I can't really cast anything else, but I guess I actually ended up attacking with the 1/1 there. So basically forcing him to do something to avoid killing his own creature. Obviously mine will die too, but it's totally worth sacrificing that creature for him not having a Dwarf Boar Warrior destroying my game non-stop every turn, swinging for 6. Totally worth taking it. So let's see if he can do anything here. Right here, a great card that could be used is Drunken Slumber to put my Goblin Ambush to a -3 attack here, so he'd be a 1/3 and just get obliterated. I also have no Chaos Crystals, so this would be a great time to play any ability card he wants to use. Unfortunately, he did not have anything, so he ended up just having to kill my creature and then bite the bullet there, which really stinks because he did pay 5 for that, as I just paid 3 for the Goblin Ambush. So that really sucks, but he's going to pass the turn as well. Fun fact, this deck has nothing with a worth more than 3. So it's a very friendly deck when it comes to resources. It's very quick and easy. I'm going to deal 5 damage right here. And it doesn't seem like a lot of damage per turn, but it adds up very quickly when you get a bunch of 1s, 2s, and 4s out there. I mean, it's just very hard to stop. It would be a different story if your opponent maybe has King Gwizeki and they can tap for 1 damage to a target creature every turn, because they could easily try to pick off your creatures just 1 by 1, and then you'd be paying just for your guys to die, so it wouldn't really incentivize you to do that. But in this case, I know he's not running Goblin, so this is a pretty favorable matchup, I think, for me. We end up playing after this, which I'll be uploading as another video, as part 2 probably. And we ended up switching decks, and you'll see the result when that comes out, but I'll just say Blood Drunk is very powerful. Right here he's going to cast Cannon Operator, not a bad card at all, 4 attack, 2 defense. When casted, opposing caster has to discard a card, so I have to pick 1 to get rid of. And I'm looking here. End up getting rid of a Traveler's Fortune right there. I don't really need to draw any more cards, and I literally just drew it back. So there you go. There's no real need for me to have it. Now I have 4 crystals, which in this deck is a lot of crystals, because you can really cast many creatures a turn with that. So right here I'm going to cast, look at that, another Goblin Ambush, and that's just killing him, man. Because he's going to have to either discard 2 cards or lose 4 health again. And the fact that I got all 3 of the Goblin Ambushes in my deck really hurts, and he's going to get rid of both of his precious gems. So, and then I'm going to hit for 5 as well. So it's just like, oh, they can hit after hit. I mean, it's just not looking great. Right here he's going to cast a Grateful Scallywag for 3. He gets to roll a die. If it lands on an even number, he gets a crystal back. So that's good. He got 1 back. So he's probably grateful for that, if you know what I'm saying. And then let's see what he's going to do here. He has a 4 attack, 2 defense up. He could probably leave him up on defense, I assume, to try to get rid of one of my Goblin Ambushes. There you go. He's going to play some defense here. Oh, but unfortunately I drew the perfect card for that situation. A solo Drunken Sailor, which I'm assuming I cast here. Yes, I do. Untapped, 2 attack, 1 defense. I lose 2 health when played, but 100% worth it, especially in this situation where... Oh, and I'm going to do a passive ship boy as well. Look at this battlefield. So I'm going to take out the cannon operator, which he did not see coming right there. And that is honestly just very unfortunate for him. And I'm swinging with everyone else for 10 damage altogether. And man, it is not a great day to be running the Drunken Dwarf deck. We're going to be trying a lot of deck combinations in the future to try to knock off Blood Drunk. But I think it is possible to beat it. You just need to get lucky and just play very disciplined basically. So he does have a good amount of crystals here, but this game is practically over. I mean, he's got 3 health. I can swing with all of my creatures next turn essentially. He's only got 1 guy, and I think he's just going to take the loss here. So yeah, I think he's just going to take this loss here as I pick up another solo so I could deal some extra damage if I feel like it, but I'm not going to do it to him. So I'm going to swing in with the 1/1 just so I can get max damage in, and that game is over. He has no response. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.